watching. I'm Alan Williams from hiddenlightphotography.com. Today we're looking at the 85 1.8. So this lens is a great lens, a little bit past the normal telephoto distance. So really good for portraiture. I bought it as a combination for portraiture and for landscape. This is a focal length I use a lot. So it's got a lot of uses. Obviously, some of the most exciting things about it are the depth of field. It comes in a depth, the aperture is 1.8. Really narrow depth of field. Handling on the camera is really nice. Balance is really good on use it on a 50D, 5D, and 5D Mark II. Really nice balance. Not too heavy. Comparing it to the 85 1.2, I've only seen it at a trade show, but the 85 1.2 is really heavy. I'm not sure exactly on the specs, but the fill's 3 times bigger. So this balances on the smaller non-profane bodies really nicely. So hand holding, it feels really nice. Feels like you can hand hold it really well. I would say I have pretty good hand holding technique, but the hand holding for portraits, I found that I had a lot of issues keeping it sharp all the time. Even with flash setups, shooting at 150, 200, or 250 sync speed is not always getting sharp results. So hand holding, not really as good as I had hoped. You might be able to get better results. I hope you do. Sharpness, there is nothing to complain about. This is sharper than my 70-200 f4IS, and that's a sharp lens. Corner to corner, I'm sure you could get a sharper, but this is beautiful. Depth of field to 1.8 takes you really shallow. Shooting pictures with this, you worry about one eye in focus, the other eye out. With this one, you also have problems with the eyelash being in focus and the eye out of focus, or vice versa. Really narrow depth of field. Also, let's see. Sharpness is good, depth of field is good, focusing very fast. The bodies I've used it on, 50D, 5D, 5D Mark II. The 50D is an okay focusing body, but really, those other 5Ds are not exceptional focusers, and this focuses really fast and really well with most conditions. Put it on for a level body and it's going to really focus well. Biggest negative compared to the 85 1.2 is probably the bokeh. The out of focus area is not as pretty. This, more hand holdable. I find shooting it, I did not commonly shoot at 1.8, more commonly 2.8 or 3.0, so having that 1.2 besides the bokeh, really, I would prefer this lens. And when I bought this, I could have bought either. I'm glad I bought this, but no regrets on not having the 1.2, mainly because it's not image stabilized. So, overall, this lens is really a nice lens. Have normal size hands, pretty good size in the hand. It's bigger than the 50 2.8 macro, but definitely smaller than the 85 1.2 or lenses are a little bit bigger. Smaller than the 1740. So overall, I've shot with this lens for several months. It just doesn't really fit into my shooting style. So it's a great lens, but it's not really working for me. Mainly because the biggest downfalls are the hand holdability. With portraits, I know that you could shoot with a tripod or a monopod, but that just isn't quite fluid enough. So I like the hand hold. It doesn't succeed on that. The other problem is the close focusing distance. Shooting portraits, I find that sometimes I like to be 3 feet or less. This barely can focus at 3 feet. When you're with someone that's moving and you're that had several times trying to shoot kids, babies, and even adults. It just didn't work because of the close focusing distance. So this lens is going to be kicked out of my arsenal. Actually, just sold it this morning. About to send it. The lens that wins is my 100 2.8 macro. It comes with IS. With that IS, that solves a big problem with the hand holding. The IS is great. The macro as well lets me shoot as close as I want. I could shoot your eye from less than a foot. Really nice. And it's nice not to have to back up and be like, alright, I've got to reframe. You can hold that pose. So the 100 macro wins. I would have it anyway for the macro, but for the portrait as well with the IS and the sharpness as well is really good. So I'm not keeping it, but you might want it. So check it out. Just throw the lens hood on there so you can see that. Canon, if you're watching, not including the lens hood on lenses that are kind of specialized like this is disappointing. Had to buy this separately. Did not like that. So, if the lens costs more than 300 bucks, just tack on the lens hood price. That's my opinion. Maybe other people just don't want the lens hood. So here it is with the lens hood. The lens hood does a great job blocking all lens flare. I use this a lot of times for really shallow landscape stuff, and the lens hood really helped with the sun overhead and things like that. So that's the 85 1.8. Great little lens. It's a bargain price. So if you're looking for prime lenses, this is a great one, and it's sharper than my 70 200 f4. I'm sure some of the other ones, like the 90 tilt shift, which I would probably like to have because it has a tilt shift capability, could do a lot better, and it offers the shifting functions. For landscape, that probably makes it a much better one. But anyway, 85 1.8, thanks for watching. Great lens. I hope you have a chance to try it.